Hello everybody, Robert is home and welcome to Toyah and Robert's Objects of Desire.
A few more precious things from our kitchen, and I'm so happy to be home.
I'm happy you're home.
But I had a wonderful 12 days away.
Good.
Visiting Pauling, New York State, 75 miles north of the city, and my two objects of desire. The first one is a Daryl's House tumbler.
I really like that.
Yeah. Now, Daryl gave me this for Christmas.
Yes.
This past Christmas. But what I came back with from, I shall now do a little bit of modelling.
You've given me an idea for Sunday lunch. Would he forgive us if I wore it in a Sunday lunch?
Yes, Daryl would. Daryl would forgive us. He's all forgiving, that boy.
It's going to happen.
So there we are. And
I think it's really good of them to give you an apron, considering they also had a chef come in twice a day and cook for you.
well, this is true. This is Daryl's personal chef who cooks for the band and does the Daryl tours.
Daryl, don't pamper him. He'll get too soft. You know, he needs to look after himself, but thank you.
A personal message for Daryl. More gifts are in order, Daryl. Thank you. So I love Daryl,
Yeah.
and I love his work, and I loved working with him.
And you love the musicians as well.
Daryl's band are stunning. Band leader Shane, the MD and guitar. What a great band. Now, I didn't know until the day before that you filmed the show, you played the music. Well, this is good. But then afterwards, we ate. I didn't know that, and that's fine with me.
In a dinner
Yes.
situation
Yes.
with the whole group.
Yes, with the part of the show. But what I didn't know, having taken that on board, very happily so, was that after the show, the actual music, I went into the kitchen with Daryl, who has the visiting chef of the week, showing how they are preparing the meal for this evening that we then sit and eat. So I wasn't aware of this aspect.
All on camera.
Yes. It was all part of the larger show of Live at Daryl's House. And I had a blast. I had such a wonderful time.
So at any time did you think, oh, I'm not going to be good at this? And the reason I'm asking you this is you like to know what's coming. So at any time did you think, oh, I'm not going to be able to deliver around that dinner table?
No, because this, how can I put it? This is how I used to function all the time.
Yes.
I mean, particularly in New York, when I first began working with Daryl, the spirit in the air in New York from about 1976 to 83, it was all like that.
Yes.
And something happens you're not anticipating, you know nothing about, it doesn't matter.
Well, it's all about hospitality.
Yes.
Very social, very kind.
Yes.
And we notice this with all our American friends. There's a huge generosity of heart as well.
Yes. Well, I mean, let's. I used to sit in with all manner of different people, and you didn't know what was going to happen.
Well, this is good. I'm glad you're allowing yourself to re-experience this. And let's get the perspective right. Since 2013, you've been solidly focused on King Crimson, with very little breakaway performances from that. And now you're allowing yourself to do that work again where you can be spontaneous. And you are absolutely brilliant. You are genius at spontaneity. And I'm so happy you're allowing yourself to do this.
Well, thank you for those kind comments, wife. And chums out there, my wife does tend to exaggerate a little in her kindness for her husband. But what I will say is when King Crimson is in go mode, that's all I have.
Of course.
It's so absorbing, and the responsibility. And now, King Crimson completed, we're loosening up a little, having fun, a little free-forming.
We're having a bit of joy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joy is so important.
So look, once again, joy is important. Thank you, Daryl. I had a joyful time with you and the band, Shane and the band. Stunning, stunning. Look, worn with pride. Now, what is my wife's precious
I
thing?
might get you into trouble by wearing that on a Sunday lunch.
Well, we'll give it a shot.
Because there is an idea we've been talking about for a while that I haven't had the guts to do.
It's true, it might be a bit out there, but I'm sure that Daryl would be entirely fine with it.
I can feel it coming on.
All right.
Well, last night in the audience at Blackpool was a very lovely, supportive fan. Well, all my fans are supportive, called Sharon. Now, Sharon sent us here in lockdown the little glowing unicorn you keep your side of the bed.
I remember you telling me about Sharon on several occasions.
And you have, I'll keep to Sharon at the moment, but I was able to thank her. I told her that the unicorn had been hijacked and was your bedside rather than my bedside. And she didn't mind. And you do have a wonderful present. Chrissy, if you're watching, Chrissy near Worthing, Robert is getting the present you gave me 2 months ago, wrapped up as part of his Christmas presents on Christmas Day. It's not disappeared, it's not been lost, it's not been forgotten, but it's fabulous.
Dear Chrissy from Worthing, near Worthing, I look forward to my Christmas Day even more now.
Okay, well, my object of desire is, when we first got married, we did not realise the problems we'd have with being chased by paparazzi, chased down country lanes. One paparazzi car in front of our car, one behind us, hemming us in, trying to ram us off the road, which was a pretty new experience for my husband. And we ended up moving throughout our honeymoon, just moving daily to avoid detection. And we ended up in the Egyptian house in Penzance. Now, anyone who's not British, look it up. You might want to visit it. Cornwall, Penzance, and Ives, Newquay. I mean, everywhere in Cornwall is special.
Landmark Trust.
Yeah, Landmark Trust. So we spent 2 nights there on our honeymoon, and then we had to start to hide again, and we hid at a chapel in Sancreed with the artist John Miller, who we collect, and our house is full of John Millers, a beautiful Franciscan monk and his partner Michael. And I ended up opening an exhibition as well as running the prayers in the chapel for their services. So I've got to get this at an angle there.
Right.
So John Miller did this painting for me as a thank you. And he wrote on it, can you read that?
Yes. Fishing boat on the Straits of Corfu.
Oh, I love Corfu.
Seen from our terrace, early morning sun rising through vapour. The nights are very damp, which accounts for all the vegetation on the island. For Toyah, with love and thanks, John.
And that was
5785.
85. We'd literally we'd only been married a couple of months when I opened this exhibition for him. So we love his work. And he moved on from very famous kind of Crete landscapes that became Athenian posters, the best-selling posters for Athenia, which is a poster shop we used to have in the 80s. And he moved on to painting angels and the gates of heaven. And my next objects of desire is going to be one of those paintings, and we'll explain the vision of his mother.
Yeah.
So we'll do that next week. So everybody, we have a very fun Sunday lunch for you tomorrow. I have my husband home. It's the only object of desire I need in my life. You being away these past couple of weeks and months has been unbelievably emotionally hard. I feel so profoundly uncomfortable in life not being close to you now.
Dear wife.
And I think that's just time presenting itself. So everybody, stay safe, stay loved, be special, because you are, and we'll see you tomorrow for a Sunday lunch.
Love from Robert.
And love from Toyah. Mwah!